I slept with my stepsister. I know I'm not the greatest with grammar and writing in general. So I, 34, slept with my stepsister, 28, last night. Call her SS1. Her mom married my dad my senior year of high school. I joined the army after high school, so we didn't grow up together or anything. Didn't really have anything to do with each other than maybe at holidays. But we started chatting at a party for one of her sisters at the beginning of December. We started texting a lot to catch up. And we had some common problems that we shared. Mostly, that we were both divorced. She has recently been working off some weight from her last child a few years ago, and I had mentioned that she was looking good. I had honestly just meant it as a way to go, keep it up kinda compliment. She took it as I had been checking her out. I told her no, it's not like that, I just have eyes and can tell you have lost some weight. She said, well, I have eyes too. And then it just started getting a little flirtatious and worked up to some pretty inappropriate conversations. Not exactly sexting, but things you wouldn't say to your sibling. Flash forward a couple weeks and now it's her other sister's birthday. Call her SS2. Now SS2 is the only step-sibling that I had been close with. Stepmom has 4 kids. So I went out with SS2, her boyfriend, and SS1 yesterday to celebrate. I met up with them around lunch. After we ate, we went around to some thrift shops and antique stores all afternoon. I was riding with SS1. SS2 was riding with her boyfriend. We went to this retro gaming place that had old arcade games and old consoles to play. It was a good time, but as you may know, you have to stand pretty close together to both play an arcade game. And we started moving closer and closer as the night went on. Honestly, I thought it felt like a date while we were there, teasing each other when the other one lost. All that stuff. Then we went to a pool hall for the rest of the night. And I guess we had been obviously flirting with each other while we were there because the bartender mentioned how good we looked as a couple. Kinda embarrassing as we explained that we were step-siblings. I don't think her sister and boyfriend had noticed anything, since they had been drinking a lot more. And they were also starting to bicker at this point. So we wrap it up and head back to SS1's house, since that's where I was parked. It's late and cold. So I mentioned that I needed to come in and use the bathroom before I headed home since I live 45 minutes away. She changed into a sports bra and shorts while I was in the bathroom. We get to chatting by the door for a while, clear as day that we were both on the same page but wasn't willing to make the first move. We had started playfully pushing each other back and forth while teasing each other. She eventually gets knocked off balance, falls over onto the couch while grabbing me on the way down. Stay there a little too long. We started talking about how much trouble we would be in by the family if anyone ever found out. Which had the opposite effect somehow. Both swore ourselves to secrecy and went at it right there on the couch. I'm not sure how I feel about it. On one hand, it was one of the best first dates I have been on. Not to mention how passionate it was. I hadn't been with anyone at all since my wife and I separated over a year and a half ago. Hadn't been interested in dating at all, and I was never into the one-night stands. As unnatural as it should be, the whole night just felt natural. But I just have a feeling of guilt that we shouldn't have done it. If anyone ever finds out, it's going to be terrible. We are supposed to meet up this afternoon, so we shall see how awkward it is. I'm interested to see how many people on here have shared a similar situation. I'm not sure if I'm looking for any advice on this or not, but it already feels better just getting it off my chest.